Coming to you live from my office in Canfield 220 at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. It's Trio 30 Talks, and I'm the host who was just saying, I can't believe it's July and I'm missing my summer, Brian Stutz. Hope you all are doing well today. And today we have a great episode today with one of our resources on campus, our Women's Center. And I'm here to introduce Sierra, who works in the Women's Center, who's going to tell us all about our resources, talk a little bit about what they do, what they can offer you, our students, and also talk a little bit about their podcast a little bit too, and their adventures on doing that. It's always fun to have a few fellow podcasters talking. I guess I can call myself a podcaster since it's on Apple iTunes, right? So Sierra, how are you doing today, and welcome?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be on the podcast today. I'm also missing the earlier days of summer, but it's been good so far. I'm feeling good.
Good. And you are a student, correct?
I am.
Yeah, perfect. We were talking about some summer classes, and are you excited to get back on campus here in the fall?
I am. I'm excited to see people and on the sidewalks and walk around on campus again. So it'll be really nice.
All right. Well, there we go. And had a little there we go. Perfect. All right. So go ahead and take it away. Talk a little bit about what you have to offer at the Women's Center, or the WC, as you like to say.
Yes.
And I'll chime in here and there.
Cool beans. Cool. Like you said, I work at the Women's Center. I am the library and resource coordinator. So it's kind of fitting that we're on talking about our resources right now. And this has been my first year working at the Women's Center, and it has been so amazing. And I learned so much about what we do on campus. And I can't wait to share all the cool things that we have with y'all. So first off, let me go back real quick. I'm exposing. Okay.
No, that's all right. Yeah. It freezes a little bit when we do the slides, so I don't know what technology.
So one of our main resources that we like to promote are our sexual health kits, our safer sex kits, which you might see all across campus. They're a little envelope. They have condoms and lube and stuff, and we keep those around campus in the health center. We have them on the third floor of the Union outside of our office. And different places request them. There's a form you can fill out if certain buildings or organizations want to request kits. And so that was probably our most popular resource around campus that you can see all over. And recently we started a menstrual product drive and a pregnancy test closet. So those are some of our new resources. We have menstrual cups, tampons, pads, and sustainable products that a lot of people are looking for. And pregnancy tests, we've been asked a lot of times before, if we have pregnancy tests available, and we've had to say no, but now luckily, we've been able to get a bunch of pregnancy tests. And if there's any other resources too that someone might think would be fitting in this closet, or they can always reach out to us and be have you looked into getting this? And there's a pretty good chance we can either we can look into it or point you in the direction of someone else that can hook you up with menstrual or pregnancy needs. So,
and this is new resources, right? You have not had these before, if that's my understanding.
No, which is summer. Yeah.
So this is gonna be brand new for every student out there, which I think is really important to make sure you know about to go and get these things that I need, because some of these things cost some money too, and this is all free for our students, correct?
Yeah. Menstrual cups, they can be upwards of $50. And I know it's definitely, menstrual cups, they're for the long term, $50, compared to $10 a box for tampons. You only need one menstrual cup and it'll last you a really, really long time. Even, if it's a good one, forever, it's definitely an investment, but like I said, we have them for free. We have them and you can come pick one up, and it is very convenient, very cool. And so those are our new resources that we have there.
Oh, that's great. I think that's, again, I think it's really check them out. You all are on the third floor in the Union, correct? Is that where you would go to pick these items up? as it says there, which is very, it's hard to find sometimes if you're not sure where to go. Sometimes Nebraska loves their tiered buildings. Like Canfield is really confusing as well. So head up to the third floor on the Union to grab some of those. So great.
Definitely. Yeah. So moving forward, there are resource libraries. So like I said earlier, that's one of the areas that I'm in charge of. And a lot of people don't know about our library. It's really cool. We just added a bunch of new books to it. The little spiel, this is from our website, but says we have a large collection of books and DVDs ranging widely in topics. All resources analyze or address issues or the intersections of race, gender, class, and sexuality. And so you can find these in the UNL library catalog, just as you would look for any other book at the library. And it'll just tell you to come here instead, and we'll get you hooked up. And if you get a book, sometimes you can get a little tote bag to take it home in too, if we have enough on hand. So
that's awesome. I was talking to JD a few weeks ago. They were on the podcast, and they were talking about they also had a library too. Is that like in conjunction with you all, or is it separate?
They are separate. Okay. So we work really closely with the LGBTQ Center, but we do have our own libraries. But normally, like if you go to them asking for something and they don't have it, we might have it, or vice versa. There's a lot of overlap, but they are separate libraries.
Okay, perfect. Great. Awesome. Yeah, I think that's a really, some people might not realize that. You can get some of these books there, and if you have a paper on a class on maybe there's something that you need to do for one of your topics and you want to find a book, head up to the Women's Center and check it out.
Yeah, and we just got a bunch of new ones. We're like looking for new books all the time, and like local authors too, trying to support people that might not always get a place in the bigger library or other places. So it's really great. And I'm glad that I've got to look at so many cool books because of this job. So I can guarantee they're pretty cool.
Nice.
And then another really cool thing that we have, we're in charge of students with children. And so there's a website that you can look more into it, but a lot of people don't always remember that there are students on campus that have kids or are non-traditional. And there's a lot of resources we have that can help aid them and just make it a more comfortable environment and feeling seen and heard. And so some of those things could be our lactation rooms and support. We can help you find where those are. Student health insurance, scholarships for students with children, job and careers, Big Red Resilience and Wellbeing. We have a lot of connections there. I'm actually a wellbeing coach through them. And so we can, I can help you find a place there to feel welcome. We also, like the Husker Pantry, we're really trying to shout out the Husker Pantry this year, because a lot of people don't always see that it's a resource for all students. Anyone, if you have an end card, no questions asked, you can pick up stuff from the Husker Pantry, which can be very helpful for students with children.
Yeah, I need to get them on the podcast and come and talk about their resource at Husker Pantry. So I think I might be reaching out this afternoon to the person in charge of that, and be able to hopefully bring them on and talk a little bit about that, so our students can hear about the resources they offer.
Yeah, it's really great. So it's also through Big Red Resilience and Wellbeing. So that's where you look.
All right. I'll give Connie an email then. So
yes. And then there's, we have a few other things, but what we're really excited about is the children's library. So like I said, we have our regular library here at the Women's Center, but last year we had a children's book drive, and we got so many cool children's books that are multiple languages, that cover a wide variety of topics, that are really, really interesting. And I'm very excited. We're waiting for them to be sent back to us from being cataloged by the big library. But, by the fall semester, we'll have so many cool children's books that I'm really excited for us to get out there. All right. And then moving forward, like you mentioned earlier, we do have our own podcast.
It's good. I've listened to 3 episodes, so I started listening to the next one, and then And so, yeah, so it's really, really good. Really well done. Really well done. And
Thank
Lizzie
you.
can't be
Thank
here.
you.
Lizzie can't be here today. So she's
Mhm.
also on there. So,
It's
but yeah.
me and my friend and coworker Lizzie. We do it together. But it's pretty cool. We do bi-weekly every Friday, or not every Friday, every other Friday.
Mhm.
And we're doing actually a series over the menstrual product drive that I mentioned earlier. So we're doing that's what our podcast this summer it's been about. It's been really cool and exciting. And it was my first time like doing a podcast. And it's been really cool seeing the process of like recording and editing, and luckily like we have my boss's husband that's like really good at editing, and so he puts them together, and it's really really fun. And it's about, normally we do advocacy and activism in Nebraska, and it's just a really good time. So yep, tune in if you want. There's the little QR code there, or the Spotify code, whatever you call it.
Oh, nice. That's great. Yeah, I listened to the masculinity and the environmental issues, and I thought that was just really well done, and it just kind of hit home at being a privileged white male and realizing some of these things. I think that's what it really. I was like, yeah, this is true. This is definitely true. So, and then the gender discrepancies back when they had the NCAA basketball tournament. You guys talked about that, and yeah, it's really good information. Kind of makes you think about the world today and that we're in, and I really appreciate you putting that out there. And I will continue listening as we go on throughout the year. So keep up the great work.
I appreciate it. I'm really glad you're enjoying it, and other people are too. It's been really cool seeing it grow.
Yeah.
And so that's most of like our main resources that we had that we wanted to advertise. Some other things we wanted to throw out there, like during the year, we have gender equity talks, which are really cool. Women of courage, character, and commitment, which is we have awards each year. It's across campus. You know, we have a big week about that. And a really cool thing about this year is we get to have volunteers again. Last year we couldn't because of COVID, but so if anyone's interested in volunteering with the Women's Center, like there's so many things that we've been doing. There's definitely going to be a lot of work to do this year. So definitely there's a little thing on our website that you can look into, or email any of us and we can get you in the right direction. Other than that, on social media, you know, we always have stuff going on there.
Perfect.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah. Well, is there a program that you have coming up that's just like you're giving out your resources, or something like you do the gender equality talks or equity talks? I'm sorry. And is there like something that's coming up in that students in the first few weeks could maybe attend, or do you have any programming that's going on there, or is it just kind of check the social media and we're putting on programs as they come?
We definitely have, I know at Big Red Welcome, we do stuff there, and I can't think of our immediately next programs that are coming up. I know that the LGBTQ Center is doing a drag show that we're also, promoting and excited about, and that'll be at the beginning of the year. So that's what I got off the top of my head.
No,
Definitely
that's okay.
about socials and Big Red Welcome though.
No, yeah. Definitely. Make sure you check out their office for the resources and head up there. Now, when you were a student, did you go to the office before you started working there? Or?
I did once. I came up for the library actually. It was my freshman year, so I'm going into my senior year now.
Okay.
And my freshman year, I needed a book for one of my classes. I remember getting it here, but then I didn't come back for a while, and then I saw the job on Handshake.
Okay.
So I went through Handshake, and I'm so thankful I did. Like, it was the perfect job for on campus. I can just walk to work, and my coworkers are the most amazing people I've ever met, and it's really just a great environment, and I'm excited to share it with everyone else this upcoming year.
Yeah, and hopefully get some more people to come in the office and do that. I think that's, again, a really great resource for our students to go to in case they need those resources, or just need a place to kind of. I've walked past the office, and it's a very inviting space. There's a few tables there. So go check out the the women's center or the WC as they like to say.
The WC, yes.
Yeah.
That's what you missed at the WC.
Yeah. Well, great. So let me get to one of our sponsors. And being a sponsor on this podcast is really easy. You just have to come onto the podcast and talk about your office. But Campus Rec was on yesterday and talked to us a little bit about everything they have going on this upcoming fall. And again, their mission is committed to enriching the educational experience by promoting lifelong healthy living. They're to be a leader in collegiate recreational sports and an advocate for lifelong wellness. As you can see, they, sometimes people think I talk about the gym and people think the rec center is just a gym with weights and treadmills, and they do so much more. They touch on all of the 9 dimensions of well-being that UNL uses: career, culture, emotional, environmental, financial, intellectual, physical, social, and spiritual. Obviously, physical is one of their top ones that they use, but they do touch on all of these different areas with a lot of yoga classes, wellness classes, engaging in sports, intramurals, all those different types of things. Sarah, do you use have you been to the rec center? Have you gone over there ever? Or?
I did I haven't the past year really because of COVID.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'll start going back again. I know I want to check out the East Campus Rec Center.
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that it's really, really nice and kind of private. So
yeah, when talking to Steve, who is kind of over the wellness area, he was telling that's where their offices all around East Campus. And it's really nice over there. East Campus is really nice if you can head over there and check it out. I really think it's just you just go walk around. There's this just very best word is zen. Like you just walk around and just feel good when you're over there. I don't know I can't explain it, but you have to go check it out to see. So, and then they also have the free week coming up on August 22nd to the 28th. So if you want to check out some of the classes they have with some of the things that's going to be free. Some of those things do cost a little bit of money. So that way you can kind of check it out and see what it is, see if you like it, see if you want to put your money towards it. And I always recommend going over there. Thank you, Campus Rec, for coming on. If you want to learn more about that, that'll be on our podcast, the previous episode, to listen more about what they all have going on. There is a goat yoga thing coming up, which I think is pretty fun. And so checking that out when it gets here in that first week for Big Red Welcome Week. If you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook right now, or if you're listening to on the podcast, you're able to check in and let us know that you were here. Let us know that you were watching or listening. Give us some feedback. Be able to talk a little bit about what you want to hear in the future. So we can kind of ask that office to come on the podcast and give out the information there. But also, most importantly, let us know that you came so you can get your TRIO points if you are a TRIO student. This will give you all the points that you need to get different resources in our office, or a little bit of stipend money for some educational opportunity for yourself. So check in here and let us know that you're here. If you are looking for us on any of our social media, we have our Instagram page, UNL Trio Scholars. We have our Twitter, our Facebook group. You can use that QR code there, or just look for UNL Trio Scholars. Subscribe to us on YouTube at UNL Trio Scholars. Then again, find us on our Apple iTunes podcasts and Spotify. That's where our 2 podcasts are located. And other than that, Sarah, do you have anything else you want to add as we get ready for the rest of July and then getting ready for the fall semester?
I'm just looking forward to seeing everyone on campus.
Me too. I'm looking forward to the campus being back somewhat to normal, and getting students on here, being able to open my window and actually see people walking on campus and going to events and football and all those things that kind of make that college atmosphere, programming, and it's just gonna feel very refreshing. I think some of us we don't know what we missed last year, and we're gonna really remember that as this fall semester gets going underway. So again, Sarah, in the WC Women's Center, thank you all. Thank you for coming. Lizzie, we're sorry you couldn't be here, but you were here in spirit. So thank you very much. Check out the WC. Yeah, no problem. And so you all go Big Red.